I have a surprise to show you. All right, cover your eyes. All right, ready? Look. Oh, can you believe it? This is like a moment. I feel like a farmer. No offense to farmers. I feel like I have a low tunnel. I think that's what you call that. A hoop house. I have a thing. It's gonna keep out the cabbage moths. Bo bent the supports and we ordered the netting. And we put it all together yesterday. All right. Oh, those are like, yeah, that's really big. That's cool. These are gonna be the supports for the low tunnel. Can you explain what you bought here? What is this?
10-foot, half-inch conduit.
10-foot, half-inch conduit.
And I bought this bending tool from Johnny Seeds.
So you just stick it in there. How do you know how far to go?
Oh, I measure 16 inches.
And then you just...
And then you bend it.
Bend it?
I'm gonna try to keep it straight.
Yeah, look at that.
Bend
Wow.
it. And then in the middle, there's a little flat spot, like right here.
Okay.
So bring it down here.
And kind of make it not flat.
Bend it some more.
That is so awesome.
And that's pretty much it.
Perfect. That's exciting. We're using these for low tunnel for the cabbages because we're going to put netting over them to keep the butterflies out. There's one right there. Rude. Go on, butterfly. No. No, bad butterfly. Shoo, 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 shoo. All right, so just going to go ahead and line it up and give it a good squish. I've been coming out here like twice a day and picking caterpillars off these, so this is very exciting.
Light.
Yeah, it's super light. Here's the netting. I just don't want it to tear. Okay. Just walking it down. Professionally done.
What happened to the other side?
Looks good on this side. Is it because of the wind, maybe?
It's calm right now, I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Maybe put like one right here. You know, I know we're gonna run out of clips. We look like real farmers. That's what we look like. It looks very fancy. It's like a giant caterpillar. So I haven't put the netting up on this one yet, and the reason why is because we didn't have any more of these little clampy things, and I need to get more of them. I do still have to pick the caterpillars off. I'm trying to do that twice a day, even under the netting, since we just put it on. So obviously there's still like eggs, there's still caterpillars, but I'm hoping that after a certain amount of time, like there just won't be any more. So let's go in. Oh my gosh. This is not how you're supposed to do it. I'm pretty sure. It's kind of like we're in our own little secret fort. I like it. I love it. I think it's great. Coffee? So actually, I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to crawl through the tunnels. You're supposed to go out the sides, but whatever. Getting this tunnel set up was just, it was a moment. It made me reflect on our gardening journey, which has been many, many years. Definitely more than I've had a YouTube channel. And I feel like this year, all of a sudden, it's like somebody pushed the easy button. I'm not saying that like all of this has been easy or we haven't put a lot of work into it, but with the weed mat, with the garden fence, with this tunnel, I feel like things all of a sudden are just so much easier. I can breathe. And I wanted to tell you, if you're not at that stage and you're still in the fighting the weeds, drowning in your garden, figuring stuff out phase, that you are doing great. You are doing so great. You are doing so much work, and even though it doesn't necessarily feel like it, like you are doing a good job. And I feel like I wish I had heard that back years ago, because the thing is you go on YouTube. I went on YouTube, I went on online, and I would see these people with these gardens that are just like pumping out food and everything looks so good, and they don't have the pest problems, and they just everything looked better. And they didn't have weeds. They didn't have like waist high weeds. Nobody did. And I felt inadequate. I felt like I was doing everything wrong. And honestly, I felt jealousy. And I felt a little bit of indignation, honestly, because I would look at these people and be like, well, of course it's easy for you. You have a weed mat. I don't have a weed mat. I couldn't afford a weed mat. Of course it's easy for you. You have tunnels where you can protect your plants from the elements. Or you have a greenhouse, or you have a seed starting setup. Of course it's easy for you. And the truth is yes, it is easier for people when they have infrastructure put in place. And that takes money. It takes money, and it takes a lot of energy, and it takes time. You're paying up front so that you don't have to then put in all the work on the backside. And I feel like that's the point that we're at now. And I want you to know that if you're not at that point, you are working very hard and your results are very valid. I never had big cabbages like this before. If I had tried to grow this a year ago, even, I think, my chickens would have eaten it. They would have eaten all of it. 2 years ago, they would have eaten it, and the weeds would have eaten it. And I wouldn't even be able to find it because I'd be wading through weeds that were 3 feet tall. And what I don't want you to do is to look at this. I don't want you to look at this and like get pissed, because honestly, that's kind of what I did. There are quite a few homesteaders that would start their YouTube journey while they're either in the middle of their gardening journey or at the end of their gardening journey. So you don't get to see all the battles that they won, all the times that they failed. You just see like the end result. I want you to know what, first of all, I'm not saying like, oh, I'm at the end of my gardening journey. Like, you see my fails. They are spectacularly bad. I have a lot of fails, but I can taste like the better stuff at this point in time. I do not take a single bit of it for granted. I really don't. Having a fence, having weed mat, having a tunnel, having seeds from seed saving for years, having just pots from collecting them over the years. The fact that I could throw some pumpkins out in my chicken coop because I had so many of them, and then go and be like, I think I need a tomato cage to protect the bees from the chickens. And to know that I had stacks of them because we had used them previous years and we've collected them over time. And now we just have them because we live on a homestead. And if you've ever been on a homestead, it's like, you just keep everything just in case you need it. And then like you do need it. A lot of stuff you don't need, but whatever. So I could go and get those. Like, if you're just starting your gardening journey, that is not how it goes. Maybe you went and you bought like one pumpkin plant from the store and it cost you like $7 and you don't have protection for it from chickens, if you even have chickens, and the weeds and just everything, and it's just overwhelming. And I want you to know that you're doing good. And if you get any pumpkins off of it at all, you did an awesome job. And even if you don't get pumpkins off of it, you still did an awesome job and you learned things. And next year will get better, and every year will get better. You'll gain skills, you'll get more stuff, for lack of a better term. You'll have like more pots, you'll have seeds, things will start to come together, but it takes like years for it to come together, unless of course you just have a whole bunch of money to throw at it, because anytime you have money to throw at a problem, it instantly becomes not a problem. So basically what I wanted to say is, this is amazing. I am so grateful for all the stuff this year. Gardening this year has felt so good and less like a fight. And I want you and past me to know that you are doing a good job, and just keep going. Whatever you get and whatever you do, no matter how you feel about it, it was good and you are doing a good job. That's all I wanted to say. And that I like my little fort here, but so do my kids, so I have a feeling all these are gonna get stepped on at some point in time. Enjoy your coffee, and I'm gonna go ahead and pull caterpillars off of all the cabbages. Looking for them, did you find any? All right, see if you find any.